Bob Stolzberg, and this is Mark Tucker. Together, we, along with Bonnie Snyder and about 8 other people, make up VoiceXP. We're so excited to be here. I can't tell you how great it is to meet so many people in the community. I feel that everybody here deserves a pat on the back for being a leader, a voice pioneer. I mean, all of us here are going to make history in the next couple of years. It's amazing. We're here today, thank you Bradley for inviting us, to talk about this new disruption that people call multimodal, but really we're here to talk about the Echo Show and the Echo Spot and what it means to have a visual element built into your voice experience. And so we're going to go through who we are, some of our customers, and we're going to give you guys some technical demonstrations and information on how you can use the different templates and the best practices and tips around them. So, VoiceXP helps a lot of businesses and brands. We started a year ago in this space. It's hard to believe that it's been a year, but we've managed to get some really great customers and help drive their business. You know, CenturyLink is special because they rolled out the first marketing campaign in a box. Banner Health is developing an urgent care skill so you can find the closest urgent care center and you can reserve a spot in line. Arizona State University, St. Louis didn't make it either. ASU and the city of Phoenix worked to put out an Amazon HQ2 RFP response, and VoiceXP was the only company to put up an Echo Show optimized skill with the city's RFP response. Chingy, how many of you guys know Chingy? Awesome. St. Louis guys raised their hands. He's the first platinum artist to have a skill, which enables the fans to get content easier. Ask Chingy to play the new video, play the new song, and we're monetizing that too, so you can, you know, get the free content or pay the subscription and get more. Millipore Sigma, Merck, this is going to change the entire science game. We're putting voice-enabled devices in science labs, because think of it, right? You're working with burners and cold stuff and chemicals. You don't have time to take notes on an experiment, so you're just going to use your voice. A little bit about us too, right? Our customers are great, we celebrate them, but we're special too. We're like you guys, we're voice natives. How many know what voice native means? I know Ahmed does, I know Kelvy does. You guys have heard of cloud native? You're born in the cloud? Well, voice native takes that a step further. Our entire business runs in the cloud, but our entire business is solely focused on the voice space. We're an Amazon recommended agency. We've got 2 Alexa champions on full-time staff, both Mark and I. Did you get your socks in the mail?
Not yet.
I did. I posted a picture on LinkedIn. You gotta check it out. And really, we've spent the past year, like a lot of others in the space, figuring out what do you want to be when you grow up. And we're solely focused on delivering business solutions to help different verticals that are out there. We also host a bunch of meetups. And as you guys in the same community, we want to help you. We've got experience setting up meetups in St. Louis and Phoenix and Springfield. And if you guys want to go home, we would love to help you do that. We can tell you here's a playbook, help you grow your communities. So the German guys, let's do it. Why not? You know? We're also hiring. So if you're a developer and you're looking for a cool job or you're biz dev, we'd love to talk to you. Did I go to the right screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. I thought we were going to go into this one, but Mark's got some amazing stats to share with you guys. And data is so important. We want to just talk about what we're doing for our customers. How consistent are we putting skills out there? And of those skills, how many screens or body templates are we using? And what's that mix look like? So I'll pass it over to Mark. Take it away, man.
All right. Just Mark Tucker here, principal engineer. So if there's code that's coming out of VoiceXP, it touches my hands. And so I joined VoiceXP in the middle of August. So the end of June is when the Echo Show came out, and the documentation didn't really start rolling out until mid-July. But as soon as I hit board, we just talked about it. And we're like, we're doing everything that we can with the Echo Show. We want to learn the technology. We want to do it. So in that time, which has been basically 5 months, we've created 16 different skills. Some of them are in production skills. Some of them are sample stuff for us to learn. But one of the things that we do, since we do a lot of things for business, is that we do demo skills for our salespeople to go out and say, this is what your technology would look like and sound like on these devices. And so with all of that totaled up, we've created 16 different skills. So that's an average of more than 3 skills a month that are Echo Show things. So we've exercised it all over the place. So of these 16 skills, you'll notice the 2 on the left, those are the ones that we're doing work in progress. So there's more screens to develop and things with that. But if you look at each of the different skills, then you can see a breakout of all the different templates and players, the audio player, video player that we have coded into each of these different skills. So that's more than 200 different screens that we've hand-coded, designed, developed, and that's an average of about 14 screens per skill. And you'll notice that most of the skills have more than 5 screens. Some of them have more than 20. There's 2 of them that have both audio and video on them. So if you notice that, then one of those is the Chingy skill. So we have just done a lot of things with screens, and we just wanted to share this experience with you. All right. So why do we want to do a display? What's the purpose? Well, it's just one additional modality that you can use to engage your customers, your users, your players, whoever it is. There is information that you can put on a screen that makes the experience richer than if it's just a voice. So you can type at 50 words per minute. You can read at 250 to 300 words per minute. And Alexa talks between 150 or 160 words per minute. So to listen to something that's going to be played in a linear fashion is slower than to be able to read it off a screen, or if it's a chart or diagram, you might even be able to glance and get the gist of it a lot quicker than that. So Alexa would have to speak at the speed of an auctioneer in order to be able to get the data to you, and you have to understand it at that speed that you could get with the display. And so that's one of the reasons why the display is so important. With a voice-only experience, 3, maybe 4 things in a list you want to read off. You don't want to do anything more than that. But you can have 15, 20 items in a list. You can read off the first 2 or 3, and then they can use touch and scrolling features to get to some additional things. We're using that in the banner skill. So we're going to be able to say, here, this is the one that's located nearest you, but here's 10 or 15 other ones that you can swipe across, and this is the wait time, and this is how far they are away from you. And you can quickly, for those people that have the Echo Show and Echo Spot, can get a lot better experience with that.
Can I answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like Mark mentioned, June 28th, 2017 was a really important day. It's because the Echo Show debuted. We pivoted our entire business because we know that a visual and voice experience is the future. Right? This thing right here is version 1.0. We saw after CES, everybody is going to have a display. This stuff's going to be in your mirror at the home. It's going to be everywhere. So we started to build everything with this visual experience. And now we see with the Echo Spots coming out, that's been really good because these templates and the graphics, they auto-render. I mean, we're building this so that you get this. I did a demo video with this in my car. We've seen what Alexa looks like in a vehicle, but nobody's been able to show you what a screened Alexa experience looks like. So that's how we're thinking right now, is we're building things for the future.
Yeah, great. And talking about the car experience, so your in-car infotainment system with the screen is going to be voice plus touch experience. So I just say that's coming, and like what was announced with CES, there's different features that are coming out with Google devices with the display that are going to push past what Amazon's already done, and so Amazon's going to have to top that with something else. So this is just going to explode this year. So one of the great things that you get with a display experience, and what companies care about and brands care about, is how do I get my brand in front of people and make an engaging experience. So you can use the colors, you can use logos, you can use whatever it is to capture that experience, and we'll see some examples of that a little bit later on in the presentation. But you can also have images or video that are emotive, that bring a feeling along with it, and it just enhances the customer experience. So not every skill that we do has a screen, or in the past. We've really pivoted to do that, and most of them do. Of every demo that we've done to customers that have included the show experience, and then that has turned into an actual sales project that we've done, 100% of those have paid the extra money to get the show experience, and that's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, let me add something. Like Mark said, this is all about the experience, and the visual element augments it, makes it better. So for you business people out there, Capgemini put out a report maybe 2 weeks ago, and something huge in that report is that they noted that businesses and brands that have a voice skill or action have a higher NPS score. That's a net promoter score. It's a customer satisfaction, or how likely are you to recommend me rating system. And that's so huge, right? So as a business and marketer, you want a higher NPS score, call VoiceXP and get a skill.
All right, so that's why these are all the different reasons, the different things that you can do with a multimodal voice plus screen experience. I still believe that it is a voice first, screen second experience. In most cases, I think there might be some cases where it's tied together, but for the most part, you want to design a voice experience and then a voice plus screen experience as well. So let's talk a little bit about the templates and what happens. Today, if you have a skill and you haven't done anything to make it available for the Echo Show, you still have an experience. It's the default experience, which is on the far side of the slide. So what happens is that when you have a device that's interacting with your skill, then it will check to say first, is there a display template to show? And this is an example of a screen from the Chingy skill. So yes, in this case, there was a screen to show, and so it's going to show the best possible screen, which is the display template. If it can't find that, and you use the pre-Echo Show released card functionality, or if you use the card functionality for anything, then you'll get the card. But a card basically is that image with text and an image, or just text. The advantage of that is that you also get a card in the Alexa app, or the side effect, if that's not really what you want, you just want the experience on the show, then you have the card in the Alexa app, right? So if you've got the card experience, then they've made it so that you can go ahead and see that card. But if you don't do anything, you get the logo, you get the name of the skill, and you get the little text that says, this is how I exit. So for full control over what you want on the display, you want to go ahead and do the display template. So here is a summary of all the different templates that are possible. So there's 5 body templates, 2 plus a semi-secret third list template, and then there are the 2 players, the audio player and the video player. Now something that's you might not know is that some of the templates have hints at the bottom, so it's a visual way, and this is on the show because the spot doesn't actually do hints. But on the show, you can get a hint. All of the even numbered templates show hints. No, I just had come across that one time, and I'm like, oh, that one and that one. All right, that's easy. All the even ones have hints. So, but you can hack this third list template by getting into the JSON, and you actually get to show it. It was in the documentation mentioned on the Echo Show originally, and then it was taken out. But you can hack the third list template.
Got to read the docs, guys.
So here are some screenshots actually from the documentation. This is of each of the different templates. I'm not going to go through all the detail. You can go through it, but what you're going to notice is that there's a different experience on the show versus the spot. In some cases, it's very similar. Like this first template, if you've got text and it's long text and you want to scroll and you've got a title, perfect template. This one pretty much renders the same on both. Now, what happens when your skill is running on a device with a spot versus a show is there's really no way that you can tell right now. You get the same exact indication that there's a display template and it's version 1, and you don't know. In some ways, that's good. I think that's, I think it's the first step to make it so it's same and easy, and you just do it once, and it automatically scales to, device A to B to C, and it doesn't have to worry about it. I think in some cases that's good, but I think what needs to happen is that developers also need to be able to have an indication, because there's certain things that I might want to do differently, or I might want to show a different image or different text or handle it differently on the show versus the spot, and today there's really no way that I can tell that difference. So body template 2 is if you have an image that you want to show, you've got the hint here at the bottom, which is nice, and then when it translates over into the spot experience, that image, that foreground image, becomes the background image on the spot.
Let me answer real quick. So the hint is important for all you UX UI people out there, because it keeps the people engaged. It's kind of like marketing in that it will suggest to them something else they can do within the skill, because you all know the whole point is to keep them engaged, keep using it, and so those hints are a tool in your toolbox to do that.
Yeah, and it can be static content, like on my start screen, there might be something that I always want to direct the users to do. Or it may be something where I have a list of all the different hints, I know what screen I'm on, I know the number of times that they've hit this particular location. There's other parts of the skill that they haven't exercised. Maybe I'm going to surface up that hint so that I start to help train the user of different things that they can do with the skill that they didn't know that they could do before. And I also, in pairing with that, have some sort of a hint. So the text or the audio that comes back on the device has a message portion, it has a hint portion, it has a prompt portion, and then it has a reprompt if it's a question. So that hint portion is something that you can put in at the beginning, and then as they use the skill more, you understand more of how they use it, then you can just take that hint out and it becomes a shorter experience. So there's just little hints about what you can do with vocal hints. So body template 3 is similar to 2, except for the images on the other side, and now you get scrolling longer text. Body template 6, I use this at least twice in every skill. It's my welcome screen and it's my goodbye screen. Because I pretty much just do a full background image. On the intro, I do a hint to get them started. I don't include the hint on the exit, and so I always use at least 2 body template 6 in my skills. So 7 has just recently come out. It is the full screen image, and it's a way, I think it came out in conjunction with the spot, because you really couldn't trust putting the background image and having that background image show well on the spot. And so now they've given you an actual full width image. So then in the list templates, there's a vertical list, and you've got basically 3 areas of text: primary, secondary, and tertiary. You can have an image or not. This is primarily for a list of items. We've used it for like list of notifications inside of a skill, or alerts or different things. But if the image isn't the primary descriptor, then this is a good template. But this template doesn't have a hint. And so in cases where you want to have a hint, then you'll use the other template. And then the list template 2, what's interesting about that is that the image size, you can make it portrait, you can make it square, you can make it wider. There's basically 4 different image sizes that you can put as on a list item, and that helps indicate how many shows on the screen at one time. And the experience on the spot is kind of interesting, because you could go, it just shows you one item at a time, and you can go next and next. Or there's kind of a fast scroll mode where it kind of zooms out and you get to see the whole list, and you can zoom to the end, and then you can, then it settles back down into the full screen of the item. So that's kind of interesting. There is some text markup ability. It's very minimal. If you know how to do web page development, then you probably know a lot more than what you need to know to do those templates. So there's breaks, bold, italics, underlines, 4 different font sizes. That equates to different pixel sizes on the show or the spot. They take care of that for you. You just have to do it once. You can have some link functionality, so when you tap something on the screen, then some action gets sent back to the to your skill, and you can show a different screen, or you can do different things. Some inline images, basic rudimentary centering of text, and then you handle special characters just like you would expect. So here's some different examples of some welcome screens that we've done. So notice all of them have pens on them. They're all different varied. You've got VoiceXP, that's a corporate skill. Chingy's entertainment. Picture Guesser is a game. Tesla is branding. Harlem Globetrotters is also a branding, and that one with the sunset image is the HQ2 skill for Arizona State University for the new Amazon location. So we're going to give a couple of demos. I know you probably can't see the screen very well, but it's going to be back at our booth, and you can see any of these demos a little bit later on.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next slide. Which one do we want to start with, Mark?
Let's do Globetrotters.
All right. Let me lower that. I'm going to stick it here so people are back in here. Alexa, start Harlem Globetrotters.
Introducing the Harlem Globetrotters.
Welcome back. Thanks for being a fan. I can tell you about things like game dates or the Magic Pass. What would you like to do?
Enter a contest.
What's your 10-digit phone number?
212-323-7777.
So, if you win, I can contact you at 212-323-7777. Okay?
Yes.
You have entered the contest. For complete rules, visit harlemglobetrotters.com. Thanks for entering. Good luck. I can tell you about the team, or you can watch videos, or play a game of trivia. What would you like to do?
Tell me about the team.
The Harlem Globetrotters World Tour stops in New York City on November.
It's got a scrolling template. Here's another quick one. Alexa, who are the players?
The 2017 Harlem Globetrotters. 1. Ace Jackson.
Alexa, select number 3.
Hello, this is a personal message in the voice of the actual player. For example, hello, this is Big Easy Lofton.
It's a demo.
From
No shame.
Louisiana. I grew up
So
in New Orleans. And
that's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't do the exit. We'll show you another example of that. But intro screen, we build in a first-time welcome message, a second time that's a little bit shorter. You saw some of the different graphics and list templates that we use and different scrolling. What's the next one?
Yeah, so I guess added also the big for Harlem Globetrotters branding is their red, white, and blue. It's their theme song. So all of that stuff with custom audio intro, audio within the skill, all things that you can do to add additional experience for the user. Let's go ahead and do Tesla.
I love this one. Oh, I have to reset it. Alexa, start Tesla. Alexa, start Tesla.
Good to see you again.
Alexa,
What would you like?
reset welcome message. Reset welcome message.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. Please try again.
Alexa, reset welcome message. Is the internet down? Anyways, let's start it up and try it again. It's not us, it's the internet, I promise. Alexa, start Tesla. Alexa.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Typical.
trying.
Come to the booth, we'll show you. The Tesla skill is so engaging. It starts with an amazing welcome message that talks about the brand and what they believe. Why is this important? You can do things like tell me about specific models. And if you're buying a car, you're going to listen to every single word that it says. An amazing feature is that you can schedule a test drive. And like I showed you with entering a contest, when do you want to schedule that test drive? What day? What time? What's your name? What's your phone number? It repeats it all back to you, puts it on the screen as that confirmation. And then once you say yes, that gets fired off to a webhook so that somebody on the other end gets that notification that, hey, you scheduled a test drive. Maybe that goes into a CRM. Let's try it though. Alexa, start Tesla.
Good to see you again. I can give you contact info for a store near you or schedule a test drive. How may I help you?
Tell me about the Roadster.
Roadster is the quickest car in the world, with record-setting acceleration, range, and performance.
Alexa,
From 0...
schedule a test drive.
What date?
Tomorrow,
At what time?
9 a.m.
What is your name?
Bob.
What is your last name?
Stolzberg.
What's your phone number?
314-397-2610.
So, you want to schedule a test drive on January 20th, 2018 at 9 o'clock for the Roadster. Your name is Bob Stolzberg and you can be contacted at 314-397-2610, okay?
Yes.
Thank you for scheduling your Tesla test drive.
It's got my
I
name,
can tell you about
number,
the nearest Tesla store or
closest
schedule a
location.
test drive.
Check this out.
What would you like me to do?
Goodbye.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon in your very own Tesla.
Wow, that's insane.
What do you guys think? Is that cool? Great.